Tapos, nung kinonfront ni girl, si common friend na girl, edi syempre, buko, no choice. Nung nahuli na balbon, sinabi ni girl na wala namang mali siya, sinamahan lang niya magpa-change oil si guy. Cheating, you have to know, can have detrimental effects on your emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Alam niyo, Beshi, may nabasa ako na study na women talaga are really prone to being in a relationship with toxic men. Huwag niyo na lang lokohin, huwag niyo nang saktan, iwan niyo na lang, ganun na lang. Wala nang sakitan, walang ganun, Mars. Hello, TVJ Beshies! Welcome again to another episode of Makeup and Motivation. Now, in this video, let's talk about change oil or kung paano ka makakapag-move on permanently from a cheating partner. Okay, Beshies, para sa mga hindi nakakaalam dyan, merong isang nag-viral na set of IG stories that were posted on Facebook around 2 weeks ago. Kukunin ko lang yung iPad ko, babasahin ko na lang sa inyo. So, just to give you a gist of the story para dun sa mga ngayon pa lang na-encounter tong change oil story. So, eto siya. Okay, so mabilisan lang to cut the long story short. There's this guy, this girl, and this common friend na girl, okay? So, si guy proposed to the girl, and girl had to go abroad to work. Si girl at si guy may common friend. Ito yung girl. Si common friend and si guy, they got suspiciously close. At nagtamang hinala ito si girl, si fiancé. And tama ang hinala ni girl. Kaya ito lumabas is because merong isang incident kung saan may friend si girl na nakita itong si common friend and si guy sa isang gasolinahan ng umaga. Umaga to Tapos, nung kinonfront ni girl, si common friend na girl, edi syempre, buko, no choice. Nung nahuli na balbon, sinabi ni girl na wala namang mali siya, sinamahan lang niya magpa-change oil si guy. Doon po nakuha yung witty title na ginagamit ng mga netizens about the story na change oil. And the ending is, nagkabuhuhan na, hindi na naitago ni Guy at ni common friend ang kanilang relasyon. Si Guy and si girl, they broke off the engagement and tuloy na silang naghiwalay. And after mangyari yung incident, itong si girl shared her story sa Instagram stories and may mga nag-repost sa Facebook at naging viral na siya. Okay, mga Beshies. It really hurts talaga if your partner has cheated on you. And I have been on the same boat, believe me, Beshies. And it affects you in more ways than one. Kasi every time someone cheats on you or someone betrays your trust, ang daming natitrigger na issues. And to be honest, medyo traumatic siya. So yung mga issues na natitrigger dyan are issues mo about your self-confidence, physical appearance, yung worth mo as a person, and also issues mo about love. Kaya naman po sa mga nagbabalak mag-cheat dyan, kung ayaw nyo na, huwag nyo na lang lokohin, huwag nyo nang saktan, iwan nyo na lang, ganun na lang. Wala nang sakitan, walang ganun, Mars. And based on my experience, these are some of the ways on how I was able to move on effectively from cheating episodes and a cheating partner. And Besh, kung ine-expect mo na papayuhan kita na to talk to your friends, go out, get a makeover, change your hair color, go shopping, no Besh, I am not going to advise you those things. Yes, those things are important, but we should first work on the inside para maka-move on talaga tayo effectively at ma-end na natin itong vicious cycle of cheating. So, makinig ka, Besh. Alright, number 1, decide that the cheating has to end. A lot of people always find themselves going back to their cheating partner. or enduring episodes of seasonal cheating in the relationship. Kasi syempre ang turo sa atin, di ba? It's part of the relationship or a marriage na magkakaroon ng bumps on the road. Buhay yan na magjowa, buhay yan na mag-asawa, at dapat tayong magpatawad. You know, it's our strong, conservative, religious nature speaking. And while that may be true, at meron naman talaga mga taong nagkakamali, no? Hindi naman tayo lahat perpekto. Cheating, you have to know, can have detrimental effects on your emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Cheating, even if it only happens once, it can scar and traumatize people deeply. And Besh, I'm speaking from experience. And Beshies, you have to know the trauma has long-lasting repercussions. And unfortunately, it can also have effects on your future relationships. Unfair naman, Beshi. Ikaw na nga tong nasaktan, tapos ikaw pa tong magsasuffer. In short, Beshi, you are just sabotaging yourself if you decide to keep a chronic cheater or if you decide to stay in a very bad relationship na riddled with cheating. Besh, it may seem okay now, but you are laying the groundwork for your emotional foundation for the future. Now, do you want that foundation to be weak and fragile or do you want it to be strong? And kung nanghihinayang ka na sayang yung relationship, sayang yung pinagsamahan nyo, Besh, tanungin mo na lang sarili mo, nanghinayang ba siya doon sa relationship nyo sa years nyo noong nag-cheat siya? At the end of the day, you have the choice to take back your power, and it starts when you finally decide that the cheating has to end. Number 2, remove or hide your ex from social media. Marami kasi sa atin, Besh, alam mo, may mahilig sa huling hirit. Huling check ko na lang sa photos niya. Huling check ko na lang sa messages niya. Huling silip na lang sa wall niya at sa IG stories niya. Huling check up na lang on them with his friends, promise. Beshi, stop, okay? Once you have finally decided to call it quits, the best way to stop yourself from finding your way back into that person or starting again that vicious cycle is to cut off communication and get rid of anything that has to do with your ex. Because you are at your most fragile after ending a relationship, most especially if you came from a very long relationship, and you're at the huge risk of going back and starting the cycle all over again. Okay, granted, Besh, hindi mo talaga maiiwasan na maisip sila. I'm not saying archive them in your mind. Give yourself time to grieve. Whenever you think of them or whenever they come across your mind, sige, lament over the relationship, cry over them. Kung maisip mo kung ano man ginagawa nila or kung minahal ka ba talaga nila or mahal ka pa nila, go lang, Besh. Sige lang. Give yourself time to grieve. But whenever you are confronted by these thoughts, you have to remind yourself why you left and why you decided to call it quits with a person. It's because you no longer decided to be a doormat and you no longer want to be the second best person in the relationship. It is easier said than done. I know. Besh, hindi madali yan. Napagdaanan ko yan. Parang kala mo, dali-dali lang, no? But you gotta do it, number 1. And number 2, you can do it. And trust me, Besh, one effective way talaga to forget and to move on effectively is to get rid of your ex from your social media and just, block him. Dapat di mo siya nakikita. May kasabihan po tayo na out of sight, out of mind. Hide them or remove them as your friend until you're already up at the point where you already have a clear mind and a clear heart. Number 3, accept the fact that you cannot change anyone. Alam niyo, Beshi, may nabasa ako na study na women talaga are really prone to being in a relationship with toxic men. And one of the huge reasons is because of the primal nurturing characteristic of women. Mahilig tayo mag-alaga, in short. Our nurturing nature believes that, kaya nating alagaan tong mga lalaki na to at kaya natin silang baguhin. Unfortunately, Besh, hindi. Kung ayaw ng tao magbago, hindi mo siya mababago. Ayaw nga niya eh. Beshi, acceptance is one of the keys to moving on effectively and permanently from a cheating partner or a cheating episode. You and your partner, at some point, you become one, okay? But you have to remind yourselves that you are still two separate individuals with your own thoughts, own minds, and own worlds. You can try your best to be the perfect partner, Besh. You can try your best to, be the most good-looking person on the planet. You can give that person all the nicest things in the world, take them to all the best travel destinations. In short, ibigay mo na lahat. Even change yourself completely for them. But if they don't want to change who they are, and if they don't want to stop cheating, then I'm sorry, you can't do anything about it. And they're the only ones who can do something about it. Pag mga ganyan, the problem na is not with you, it's with your partner na. You know what, Best? You can only control so much in a relationship. And that includes your partner. For you to be able to let go and move on easily and effectively, you have to keep on telling yourself and accept the fact and realize that you cannot control other people. You can only control yourself. And most importantly, you can only change yourself. You cannot change the other person. Number 4. Ayan, sobrang importante nito. Love yourself more first. I believe that one of the biggest reasons why people unfortunately end up with, a lot of cheating partners and a lot of bad relationships and cheating episodes is because they don't love themselves enough. And Besh, lack of self-love, it forces us to look for that love from other people. It's something that they can't feel. Kasi self-love nga eh. And it's something that a romantic love from relationships cannot fill because it's a different kind of love. Unfortunately, people who don't love themselves enough, they always fall into a bad kind of love and people. You know what, Besh? Self-love is, the kind of love that's all about self-respect, self-appreciation, and self-tenderness. And you know what? It's important because it's the kind of love that fills you and is enough when there's no love for you around and you can't find that love elsewhere. Self-love is love for yourself. It's personal. While romantic love is a kind of love that is shared by two whole individuals. It's a love where you both draw energy from equally. It's not a love that you consume for yourself entirely. Besh, share kayo. Wala namang damutan. Huwag mo suluhin kasi magkakaroon ng imbalance. However, that happens if the other person in the relationship or two people in a relationship don't have enough self-love for themselves. Beshi, walang makakapagmahal sa sarili mo kung hindi ikaw lang. Not your mom, not your dog, not your cat, not your partner. So Beshi, love yourself first and love yourself hard before you get into a relationship. And last but not the least is you have to forgive. Mahirap gawin, pero kailangan mong gawin at magagawa mo. You have to forgive yourself, forgive the situation, and forgive your partner. If you have never forgiven your partner or you decide to not forgive them completely, every time you remember them or the situation, you feel sad, you feel mad, negative, angry, lahat na ng negative emotions. Lahat na ng negative feelings sa mundo, nafe-feel mo every time na alala mo siya, yung ginawa niya. Kapag hindi mo napatawad yung sarili mo and the person and the situation, whenever you remember those things, you will always find yourself wondering if you were ever enough, if there was something wrong with you, and you will forever keep on engaging in bad thoughts and bad conversations with yourself. Okay, kaya importante magpatawad is because forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness will set you free, Besh. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam nung pag nakita mo si ex, wala ka ng inis tsaka kaba. Yung kayang-kaya mo na siyang harapin, kahit masakit yung nagawa niya, because you have finally forgiven him or her, and you have finally let go. Finally, forgiveness brings back your power. Most of the time, people can't break through because they can't move on and because they have not forgiven the situation, the person, or themselves yet. Gusto natin ng closure, but sometimes, besh, no closure is closure. Yun na yung ending. And if you let yourself hang on to the memory of the past, you lose power over yourself and your life. So let go, walk forward, and tell yourself, tama na, tapos na, I am getting my power back. Alright, so those are my tips on how you can move on effectively and permanently from a cheating partner. Yan ang ating Change Oil episode in this video. And okay, before we go, Beshies, leaving your partner or your relationship is a case-to-case basis. Iba-iba tayo ng pinanggalingan. And as I said, it's easier said than done. Mahirap talaga. Hindi ito yung tipong, napanood ko tong video, gagawin ko na siya mamaya. Hindi po siya ganun kadali. Marami kayong dadaan ng hurdles and maraming back and forth. Mahirap yan. And some can't do it for practicality reasons. I realized this with friends na one reason is kung bakit hindi sila makaalis or they can't let go is because for practicality nga, like maliliit yung mga bata, and they don't want to drag them into this mess, and wala silang matatakbuhan, kailangan nila ng tulong in raising the kids, and etc. and other personal reasons. And hey, if you have those reasons, please know I'm not judging you for staying. Nasa sa inyo yan. Kanya-kanya tayo ng journey. No judgment if you decide to not leave your partner and the relationship, and if you decide to keep on forgiving your partner. And whenever I'm confronted by these issues, I only say, the cards are on the table. It all depends whether you will stay or you will go. And whatever path you choose, no judgment, face the consequences, learn the lessons, and stand by your decisions just as long as it's healthy for you and for all the people involved. Oh, that is it, mga beshies. Grabe tong change oil topic na to. Sobrang na-inspire ako dito. Marami bang natamaan or marami ba kayong na-realize sa ating episode ngayon? Share nyo naman sa akin sa comment section, beshies. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your experience. Pati rin yung mga natutunan nyo, share nyo rin sa akin, beshies, sa comment section. Thank you for joining me in our episode 2 of Makeup and Motivation. And if you have requests for this video topic, definitely besh. Let me know in the comment section below. The makeup products that I have used in this video will be shared sa ating description box. So check nyo na lang dun. And thank you once again. This is The Beauty Junkee. Please share this video. Like The Beauty Junkee on Facebook. Follow The Beauty Junkee on Instagram. Subscribe to The Real Beauty Junkee on Facebook. And read my thoughts on beauty and a bunch of other stuff on thebeautyjunkee.blogspot.com. And until the next one, I'll see you beshies, and stay beautiful and stay motivated.